All right. Hashem, happy Friday. What a pleasure to have you here to another episode of the Student Voice, where we make it really a point to hear your opinion, your thoughts, your future back vision, to share your future back vision with our audience, with our vyry audience, and get your insights on, how you feel about what we are building and fostering a new community through vyry. Before we kick off things, Hashem, why don't you introduce real quick yourself, your name, what you're majoring in, school you're visiting. Yeah, I hand over to you.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. My name is Hashem, and I go to Arizona State University studying technology, entrepreneurship, and management. I'm here today because I got an invitation from the one and only Tommaso uh, to share his vision, to be a part of something that is authentic, revolutionary, some new way to socialize, which I'm so glad to be a part of.
That is awesome, and the honor is all ours. And I would like actually to cook off things, Hashem. Minds like yours are fundamental to startup in the stage in which we are in right now, especially when you're creating a new market. We are not capitalizing market share, but creating a new market, which we call a spatial experience. And we do that not just for students on campus, but for students on campus, right? And so folks here like you, minds like you, students like you, they help us shape a future where fostering community becomes more genuine, more real, more less awkward, right? More fun, and that's exactly what we are building here with vyry. Let me actually kick off things with some questions. You ready? You feel you buckled up, Hashem?
Yes, sir.
Right on. So a lot of people say, well, what is it you're doing? What is this spatial experiences? And we like to say that, it's not social media, but it's social. And it's not a game, but it's playful, right? And that defines this new category, Hashem. At the same time, we definitely have similarities because we are leaning into a new way of socialization with things that, today are called social media, right? And we have that on steroids. So let's double click on the world of social media. You are familiar, obviously, with and most probably a frequent user of the things like TikTok and Instagram, right? And on there, obviously, we have apparently digital friends and we have followers, right? Why don't you share here with the audience, maybe, what are the social medias that you primarily use?
I mainly use Instagram
All
and
right.
Snapchat.
All right, and so when you click on Instagram on following slash you get followers, right? How does this make you feel truly a friend or connected with those people? What kind of emotions and feeling of belongings do you have with the folks you are connected with? What can you share here with the audience?
I wouldn't say I would feel connected. Uh, it's more isolating than any of the socializing I usually do in person. Usual interactions are very shallow. Communication's limited. Uh, it's even when you want to follow someone, it's usually like driven by algorithms rather than genuine relationships. Like you would see someone that likes the same things that you like, and then you guys end up following each other. Maybe you talk, maybe you don't, and you don't move beyond small talks and irrelevant topics. And I would say that would like get people get used to not engaging in deeper, genuine discussions. And I think that's what's missing, and I think that's what digital really brings to the table. It
And how
encourages.
relevant is that to you, Hashem? I mean, you mentioned a lot of things here
Mhm.
that are so deep, right? You mentioned shallow. You mentioned not genuine, right? So it feels that you are seeking something as a user that environment is not providing, without judgment, for whatever reason, right? So, but what does it mean to you? What is it that is the frustration, the obstacle? Like, how does that make you feel? The lack of what you just mentioned make you feel?
It makes me feel that there is a weak sense of community than how it is in real life and how it is uh, when you really get to know people. So to me, it felt really isolating. It felt like those platforms were made to put an image that is not real.
Mm, all right. So isolation, and by the way, you're using the same word that this most recent study in 2024 December is saying that social isolation for students on campus is tremendously on the rise. Over 74.5% of students express exactly what you just said. So thanks for the vulnerability, right? So and you're saying also that it doesn't make you feel like in real life and how you create genuine so you're saying that creating real life friendship and relationships, how fundamental are those for the phase in life in which you're in right now, Hashem?
Um, they're the foundation of life, I would say, even because without socializing, without interacting with people, you don't have someone to share the nice things you have with. And even if you do, like in those social media platforms we just mentioned, Snapchat, Instagram, it doesn't really feel as good as sharing in person.
All right,
And
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing this. I love it. The foundation of life. I mean, like it couldn't get any more relevant, right? This is what we build up on things, right? And that is the reason to be for the problem and the challenge that we as a company are tackling. That we say yes. What if there is technology that can allow you to foster community? Obviously on campus first. That's how we start out. Everything has a beginning, right? In order to empower you to maybe lessen also the anxiety to meet new people through a playful engagement. So we convert this campus into a canva of playful engagement with like-minded peers. And you have been part of our ideation slash development since early on. Right now, we are about to release the version 03. So thank you so much, first of all, Hashem, and on behalf of Phygital and the Vyry app, right? For your contribution, for your ideas, right? So why don't you take our audience here real quick into some details of what is now so different with Vyry when it comes to fostering community, right? Last time we were on the phone, we were discussing the act of quests where you meet like-minded peers and you create digital graffiti. How is this going to change how you feel, and why is this not more isolating and more genuine? What are your thoughts there, Hashem?
I think it actually connects you with your environment and with real life. uh, you get to be creative with your environment, your surroundings, and choose the most random things to make it something new, authentic. And then uh, you also get to do that with others and through quests, through uh, many of features that I think are exciting to me. Um, like I would imagine it being popular, like you would finish class and just wait to see what digital graffiti is like new, to just check it out, see if your friend is online so you guys can meet up. Like it would be enforced meetups more than just making a group chat and sending reels or sending something that doesn't even give any sense of community.
I love it. I love it. So you mentioned connecting with real life, scale 0 to 10. Is this relevant?
Yeah, definitely.
You mentioned another pillar, which is instead of sending chats, you actually create a moment where you could meet physically somewhat somewhere, right, at the location that you are. That's somewhat of relevancy.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the other part you mentioned is you can express yourself through creation. Let's double click on that. I mean, on social media you post. Let me be also kind of being the devil's advocate. On social media you post and videos and pictures. Isn't that also creative? Like, why should something new be more creative? What can you share with us there?
Through Instagram, you be creative with this perfect life you make up.
All right.
But through Viri, you create something. It still might not be real, but it's not something that makes you fake as a person. I would say, like in social media, you tend to have this standards that you need to meet. In Viri, you don't have to. You just need to be someone who wants to socialize, and that's that's something within us all. There is no standards to be eligible for that, like for that idea of, oh, this person might seem cool. Like you wouldn't have that in mind in Viri, but in Instagram you would be more judgmental. Oh, this person doesn't have a profile picture. That's very suspicious. But in Viri you wouldn't think that. Everyone is in your area, so you know you're at least somewhat safe. You're gonna meet someone that might be interesting because it's someone that you have something in common with, like the graffitis or something like that.
Hashem, are you saying that instead of projecting what you see, aka a picture or a video, you engaging with others in the creation of something that you could express yourself might change the way that you feel and others look at what was created?
Yes.
And why?
Um, I think it's a very artistic approach,
All right.
and I think it could be also a funny approach. It depends on the people's characters, and I think that would make you think, oh, this is someone cool. I would like to know.
Mm, mm, mm. So you're saying that art equals self-expression equal your DNA, your affinity, and that conveys something.
It does convey a message that this person like might be interested to get to know, or I would love to talk about this graffiti with that person and how he made
Mm,
that.
mm. Take us all the way in the future and through a projection, like imagine a world slash your campus
Mm.
where you would have digital graffitis as call it artifacts. We call it digital graffiti, a multimedia object that is a result of a collaborative effort, right? Could this add value to your life? How could this be more fun? What are your thoughts? What are your reflections when it comes to this point?
I think it's a genuine approach for me to connect in a new environment. So I'm someone who travels a lot and changes their environment a lot. So if I were to like go to a new workplace, a new school, a new country, I can just pull up the Viri app and see who's around me and see who I can maybe get to know. Um, and I wouldn't have done that in Instagram or Snapchat. I don't think I would trust that person's profile because Instagram is not really real. Is not really real when you like the pictures you see on Instagram that people post isn't what you really see when you meet them. But I think in Viri you will at least see a part of their character, and that's I think what really connects us.
I love it. Wow, that's huge. Never heard that phrasing. So that's the reason why we do these student voices. You get to see part of their character. That's beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much, Hashem, for expressing that. So yeah, maybe second last question before I let you go. Right, you have most probably read our Viri's manifesto with our beliefs, right? Our beliefs of a new way to foster community, a more genuine way to collaborate rather than just oh, I don't know what happened with my camera, to a more genuine way to meet the folks through activities that are outside, a more creative way, right? So what resonates the most with you here, Hashem?
Um, I'm someone who's very social, so I would say the thing that I love the most is connecting with others, and just getting together, try to create genuine connections that are more real than normal way nowadays we consider as socializing. Um, I think even for people who are like me, sometimes I find a really difficult time socializing in a new environment, and that could help me transition from uh, that difficult state to somewhat of an easy state.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. So making it easy for you to have some yeah, real connections through activities. That's a great way of phrasing it. So speaking of phrasing, what how would you describe vyry to someone you don't know? Maybe your grandparents, your siblings, or somebody that you meet. It's like, hey, I heard you spoke about vyry. What is it, Hashem?
I would tell them I would. It means the gap. It bridges the gap between online relationships and real life relationships, and it gets you to have the experience of best of those both worlds. And additionally, it's like a Pokemon Go, but instead of like collecting things that don't mean anything, you actually collect something that people made, like an artistic thing. Um, and you get to know people through the creative ways you make things out of your surroundings. And I think that's exciting for you to try. I would tell them that.
That is very, very cool. So bridging physical digital, the goods of both worlds, of both realms, right? And yeah, I like the comparison of Pokemon Go. A lot of folks say, yeah, it feels like Pokemon Go, but more bespoke because it's what you do, not what others collect, and the IP that they have pre signed up for, and that combined with the artistic way of building things on Minecraft, right? And that is kind of what we truly feel. Yeah, that fits really well. With one maybe difference that we do believe that strongly that all the games are great and are made for gamers, right? But we see us as vyry being more a casual way of socialization, so more something social than a game, right? Now, does it look playful? Yes. Does it look social? Absolutely. But the Canva is the real world. And with that, Hashem, thank you so much for taking the 15-20 minutes of your time to dedicate here and share it with the world. Much appreciated. Your student voice is really, really valuable to us as a company. I will see you in the vyry world. And guys out there, feel free to comment and share here. Hashem, let's high five digitally. 3, 2, 1, boom. And